All right. So we are back here. Got this Fargo ads, blah, 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 blah. Fargo stats up there for you. And wasn't able to take a look at the break there. I'm guessing Rod broke dry. I'll let Jason come up. Well, they're in a interesting position there in the middle of the table. A lot of early misses here. I think this might be the first match for these guys. Oh, no, this will be the second match for these guys today. I think Jason played Callum earlier and got a win there. And I'm not sure if Rod played. I got Nicole here joining me. Give me a little hand. But
Hey, alrighty. Yep, round of applause. Get a hand.
thank you very much for joining in with me here.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Like we said, like I established last night, I'm kind of a ham, so I'm like it.
It's perfect. It's a lot easier when I have somebody to talk to.
Yes, no, it is. Well, you get bounce ideas off of each other and have a decent banter about the table layout, which is really interesting right now.
So
I'm just sitting down. So who is what?
we have. Oh, is the table still open? I had 1, 2, 3. Trying to count them out here.
I think there's one down.
I know that Rod had taken a shot at a solid earlier, so it might be solids.
There's a stripe missing. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one of each missing.
Maybe somebody in chat can let us know.
Yeah. No, there's maybe just a ball was made on the break.
I think Rod broke dry. I'm not sure.
Okay. There's 14 there.
So did Rod just come off of playing Bobby?
Yes, that's correct. Yes. Rod overshot a ball and left himself pretty persnickety on the 8, which would have put him hill. But it was a very, they both started off a little rough. They both would like to have the first 2 or 3 games back. It didn't. I mean, well, maybe not Bobby because he won those first 3 games, but they were both playing pretty rough in the beginning, and it's hard on Sunday morning. We've been playing all day Saturday, and Bobby, drives back and forth from Killeen, so add that on top of it. He was really hoping that ball was going to pass, and he just flipped it. So it's going to be funny. So this matchup, when I saw it come up on the bracket, I was like, all right. We got the tortoise and the hare.
I know if Jason continues to shoot the way he shot last night and even earlier today, I heard in Callum's match he had a down table jump shot to end it on the 8 ball.
He did, and he speared it. He absolutely speared that thing like it was nothing. He's gonna get a big head if he keeps on hearing all this positive commentary all the time. But no, he hit it like nothing. But that one, not so much. He was trying to do too much with the stun on the cue ball, and it threw the combo out of whack.
I know Ron's mentioned it just before he got on. The interesting few balls there in the center of the table, but he can start handling some of that stuff. I don't see too much more complicated stuff there.
I'm thinking if he can shoot the 4 on the side and maybe roll up, and I can't. It's hard to tell the angle from here, but if he can bump, if he can't bump the 7, I would not do it at all, because that 2 ball is an opportunity to break up that 7-5.
Sure.
If you can't do it with the 4 ball here. Maybe I'd always be inclined to follow the 4, shoot the 2 on the other side, and then break up the 5-7 at that point. But the angles look different here than they do when you're standing there.
That is true.
Missed opportunity there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what you were talking about there. If he could have bumped in the 7 and fine, but ended up running right into the 2. Obviously, still have to make the first shot, but
sure.
Now, if he gets a chance to come back, it does make it a little more complicated there.
Well, it's unlikely. This is pretty easy. He's going to come over, shoot the 13 in the corner, 15 in the side, 8 in the corner. That's what I'm looking at.
Ooh.
No, we did not execute that well.
I would say he didn't quite catch that where he wanted to.
No disrespect, Jason, but you hit that like poo. He would agree. He'll agree with me when he hears this. He's not in trouble. I mean, he could shoot the 15 in the corner, but he can't get underneath the cue ball to put any draw on it. So you really don't want to jack up with the ball that's that you're pocketing that far away. You're safe. I think I'm not cutting that ball in there, so do the 15 in the side and go up and down some inside. It's going to jack up and try to spear it in the corner. That's why I don't like that shot.
Oh, well, Rod does get to come back, and Jason did end up breaking those 2 out for him.
Yeah, he did do him a favor. So he shoots a 6 ball, but he runs into that 8. So does he shoot the 6 ball now, or does he save it because that's the ball to get on the 7?
You know, I'd be scared, because if you do end up running into that 8, you know, you could cut off your 3 ball in there.
Exactly. Yep, I'm right there with you. But you can try to follow it with some inside, get a little love off of the 8 for position for the 7 ball in the pocket where he's standing. No. Slows down. Oof. All right, this is a rail shot down the rail. Or, excuse me, rail first. No, that side pocket kind of got in his way.
That was always a tough shot. I know he's a little bit frustrated with it, but that was not a gimme.
Well, you know, it's Jason has been yesterday. He just shot so beautifully, as you know. I mean, we said there were a lot of positive comments about how quick and easy he made everything look, and I think he's just kind of, you know, coming back today, expecting to have that same autopilot, if you will. You know, it's kind of getting in his way. And unfortunately, Rod's getting in his own way too.
Yeah, these opening shots today.
Just kind of punched it.
Seems like of course, a little bit of that could be TV table stuff too, because you know, most of the matches we see, the first rack or so, you miss more shots than we usually see of the players that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, it's very nerve-wracking. I was actually, you know, when y'all were here for the women's event, which again, thank you for that.
Absolutely.
I played Kim Pierce on this table, and I was, you know, I came out the gate strong, and then, you know, I hit a ball bad, left a really hard 5 ball for myself, and then that's when the nerves came in. I started getting anxious.
Rod's getting some misses here, but he's not really leaving a ton of great shots for Jason.
No, but I think he's going to cut it in the side with some inside and barely come off that top right. Like
I think he may be a little too far down on that one, too.
I think so.
He might have been able to take it on.
It would have been super thin. I mean, no lie. But I was thinking, yeah, cut the 13 in the side, come down to around that top diamond on the right side. Come off the top rail and come back for the 15 in the corner, because it did go. Advantage that Rod has now is he has a pocket for every ball on the table, and as long as he gets that cue ball toward the middle of the pocket or toward the middle of the table, he's going to have at least 2 options every time from here. Not that you want to necessarily plan out your table that way, but when you're not feeling great about your stroke, you're feeling a little tight, not all that confident, it's nice to leave yourself more than one option when you're trying to run out.
This might kind of be what Rod needs here. Just get a few shots down, start feeling it.
Yeah, I'm thinking 5 come off the rail, 1 in the same corner, 2 over to the right, and then try to get over to the rail. As long as that 13 doesn't get in the way. Oh, he's doing it different. It's funny. So Rod and I play Scotch doubles together often, which a lot of people are surprised by, because it's for those of you at home that may not know, this is my husband playing. So they say that it's difficult for couples to play together, and I mean, I can attest to that.
Same.
I can attest to that. And he has a very different thought process than I do, a very different approach to a run out than I do. And for a while, it did kind of, it was a little bit of a problem sometimes, if we figured it out. And just got to realize you just got to trust your partner and know that they're doing absolutely the best they can. And if you can see it, you're happy,
That's right.
It's just super simple back and forth.
That real nice came over.
He shot it really well. He's a little stretchy, but the 13 is not in the way of his stroke. So once he shoots it smoothly, he's fine.
It's like Jason's going to concede the first rack here.
Very gentlemanly, thank you.
Really like this shot from Rod here, just to set it up right at the end.
He came over really, really well. He came over really well. You're just aiming for that rail. Even if he hit that side rail, he would have been fine, as long as you don't end up straight.
All right. See Jason's break here. He's been breaking some just cannon shots out of there. But it looks like he elected to go for that second ball break this time. I don't know if that's his typical break spot.
I can't opine on that. I don't know. We don't we don't play a lot of 8-ball here, and so again, that's why we're doing this. Do something different. Have fun.
Yeah. It's funny that he broke and they ended up this way, because a lot of times when I do end up taking a second ball break on, I end up shoving stuff over to that right rail. And I mean, I don't claim to be a great breaker anyway, but
and this
it
is
happens
actually
to me a lot.
Yeah, it does. Kyle, I hear you. It tends to happen a lot. I dabbled with the second ball break a little bit, and this tended to happen at least half of the time, and I just discarded that for my own personal game. It's just too, unless you like playing safety 8-ball, makes it really hard to run out. And Jason's definitely a a run out type of 8-ball player. He's not a safety player, as I'm sure you all have gathered by now. He will when he needs to, but that's extremely rare.
Yeah, I was talking to Jude about breaking lead ball versus second ball, and wondering how he did it, because I usually do try to break lead ball, and I asked him, do you ever do a second ball break? And he was like, only if my lead ball break isn't working. And I thought that was really interesting to work with. Jason asking a question here for Nicole.
Yes.
Oh, I was just saying, Jason stepped over to ask a question.
Oh.
For anyone watching who doesn't know, Nicole is running this tournament.
Oh, Erica is probably doing more running of it than I am, to be honest with you. She is amazing. She's much more prepared than I am. She put a lot of energy and thought into this tournament. So I'm just a partner here.
I know that the flyer says 200 at it, but when Erica's over here, she said it's 600.
600, yeah. I should have given you an updated flyer. The most updated flyer says 5, but it's actually 600. So yeah, actually, thank you for saying that. Gives me an opportunity while Rod looks at this, frankly, mess that we're looking at right now. I mean, no one would want to be shooting this, and that's why Jason played safe with that shot in one ball in the corner. So yeah, David Weimer donated or sponsored some of this event, along with Hopi Lawrence, who wanted to be here, but is supporting from afar. She's working hard. She's a nurse, and she works her butt off, and she wanted to support this event and support Skinny Bob's, so she donated some as well. Erica donated as well, along with Rod and Skinny Bob's. Yeah, 100 ahead. Skinny Bob's donated 2, and could not be more thankful. And no rail. Oh, tough.
Yeah, we had David Weimer was in the chat yesterday.
Oh, good.
Good to see him here as well.
No, David's doing a lot of great stuff for pool. Making cues, trying different light setups, and it's engineer brain. He's great. He's very inventive and creative, and does a lot. He's extremely passionate about this game, and a great advocate for the sport. Jason didn't do himself a favor with that one, really.
Came out cleaner than I thought, but I think he's about to put it right back in the mess over there.
Yeah, I'm not
going to be too happy about that one. Unless he was just trying to cut Rod off, but I'm not sure that that's what he intended to do.
He left that 9 as open as you can kind of leave it, considering the table layout. And there's an opportunity to get that 10-15 handled. So this is going to be this game's going to be a chess match, which is not usually Jason's thing. He likes it, quick and dirty. So that sounded worse. I'm sorry. A little bit of left. I think the inside would clip the 10 too thin. Don't have to hit it hard. He hit that really well, and it's not horrible, but it's not quite the lead he was looking for.
I think he's got some safety options here.
Absolutely does. Absolutely does. I'm kind of liking clipping the 11 and just leaving the cue ball on the... Well, I can't leave it on the bottom rail because you make that 2 in the side, I think. It's hard to tell.
You could almost just play. Well, I just now saw the 7 down there too. I was gonna say you could just almost play to this end of the table, but is that 7 where it is? I don't know if that.
Yeah. See, if that 5 and 2 don't go in the side over here where the cue ball is, then I'd be inclined to clip the 11. Yeah, you're still kind of hosing your own balls, but they're already not great. So you clip the 11, skid the cue ball over to where you can't see the 7, leave it on the rail, makes a cut on the 4 really difficult.
But
Yes, that's not bad at all.
work.
Just gonna let that 11 ball. I don't know if he's gonna go for it or not gonna shoot that combo. How are we looking at it? See, like I said, Rod and I look at the table completely different.
Right.
But he's great at combination shots. I mean, that's like, you know, when we play Scotch, I can't. I'd leave him a combo all day, but he knows to not leave me one. Wants to shoot it, but he knows he's not shooting as well as he can. That's why he's hesitating on that combo.
Yeah.
I think the only problem with this, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to figure out where he goes to from here.
I think he's going to try to run into that 15-10.
So
No?
safety there.
That's at 7.
Jason just misses that 7 there, but again, it's not. I can't tell if Rod can get over there to take that out of the top right pocket. He didn't leave him great with that shot. Having to take a pretty hard look at this one. This could be one of those shots that could let the table get away from you if you don't play this one right.
Yeah, I don't know that I like that cut because
Yeah.
that 8 ball is gonna most likely hit that 2-5, and that 2-5. And granted, if the 2-5 is already dead in the corner, then you might as well hit it because you're not hurting yourself, right? But
Oh, you flipped the 8 on the way in.
yeah. Close to his work. 3-ball combo to take care of that 3 ball. If he can see that 7, then he's getting himself out of jail. But he almost got himself in a really tough spot. All right, impromptu break.
You got it. Why they do that? Let me see if I can grab a ladder real quick.
Of course. All right, a little camera adjustment there. Make it a little more crisp. Good job, Kyle. Good job. Good job, Kyle.
Sorry for the quick cutaway there. Had to
Looks good.
refocus. I forgot to do that between the last two matches.
Cleaned it up. Looks good. Okay, well, he got that 2-ball out of the way, but he's still hit with inside, shoot the 2 on the side. Yeah. Or the corner. Yeah. Just English just wasn't his friend there. I think he jumped a little bit instead of stroking. You got to kind of feather that shot a little bit. I think he kind of hopped up, shot it maybe just a little quick. Didn't quite get the throw that he was looking for. All right, Rod with an opportunity here, but we're still looking at that. You know, you're not going to be wanting to shoot a 3-ball combo in the corner, so, you know, how are we going to address this issue, right?
Right.
Yeah, I do agree. If he can even just hit that 15 or 15 to the 10 or get something out of there, with some right, bottom right.
Good shot. It's unfortunate the 15 didn't come out, but one of them's out of the way at least.
Yeah, but that's actually more straight than it was before. If you're gonna shoot that combo, then there's a lot of wiggle room there. With nothing is on a rail. It's looking down the table from where I'm sitting. It is perfectly straight into the middle of that pocket, so you have a lot of wiggle room there. You might choose to address this now since he's in the position where he's at. Could shoot that 10-ball, but you don't know you're going to get exactly where you should be for that combo. Nope, the 10. He just drilled that one. Now, some players might shoot the 11 in the corner, hit the bottom rail toward the middle diamond, try to come over to shoot the 15 up table. But with the way that 15-14 is, and for him, I think I'd almost rather shoot the combination. In worst case scenario, if you hang the 14, it blocks that 4.
Is your fear getting over there and then you'll just be out of shape and not be able to make a difference, and you've already got something straight enough?
Right, and you know, shooting that 15, you know, you scoot over. Let's say he shoots the 11, scoots over to shoot the 14 up in the top corner. Your position play, depending on what angle you're left with, for the 13 or 14, yeah, he's
split into maybe a good spot to take care of it there.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking 14 first. It's a very narrow window. As long as he hits the 2 full or on the north side, well, I guess for the viewers it'd be the bottom side, you know, the bottom half of the 2 from where we are viewing it, then he doesn't have an issue with that 13. But if he hits the wrong side of the 2-ball, yeah, see, if he had hit it much harder, he would have been on the wrong side of hitting that 2-ball. I'd almost be inclined to play safe here. With the 15-ball, hit the 15 and come over. Hide that too, but when you only have 2 balls on the table. Yeah, when you only have 2 balls on the table, it's really hard to, and they only have one. It's really hard to not go for it.
Well, he's still Jason's still got the 4 up there in the top right as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But it's not like it's on anywhere. But of course, we see Jason take those aggressive shots and can make shots happen. So,
No, tough.
And I also think that Jason can take that 2 to the left side and leave himself pretty well perfect for that 4.
Agreed. Just kind of like just punch it a little bit bottom. He's looking. He's like, the angle's not quite right. So. Nice smooth shot. Very, very nice. No matter where he gets, I mean, he has a pocket for the 8 ball, no problem. So. Now.
Kicks that one a little bit, but
he's fine. But
he's right over that ball.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Just went ahead and took care of it.
Yep. All right, so we're 1-1. Looks like we're getting some new numbers up here. Y'all are way too high tech for me. I'm a pen and paper girl. This is... All right, 21.9. So you're saying there's a chance?
Yep. Well, he almost pulled into that 30% range. I guess he was 33% on that last rack. So, Rod gives one back there, but
yeah, I mean, no
lie. Either way for sure here.
Yeah, I mean, no lie. I mean, anyone that knows these players knows that Rod is the underdog in this event, and he admit that as well. But
I tell you, he just got put into the B side, and
yes,
but Bobby put both of these guys in the B side.
Yeah, no, Bobby playing great, really, really well. I almost hesitate to make a comment since I don't know who is up, but they're raised to 4 and it's 2-0 with Jude and Jim Miller, and
I've been trying to look over there and get an idea myself, but with the alternating break, I can't.
I keep missing it. I keep missing the end of the table.
Another dry break there.
No.
We've been, Erica mentioned earlier, we've been seeing so many dry breaks.
Agreed.
Then, we were watching the 10 ball last night, and we were seeing 2 and 3 drop quite often. So we know they can go.
They can. It was funny, there's more balls on the table, so you think there's a higher percentage of making a ball, but there's not because they all run into each other and get in each other's way. And sometimes you break them too hard, they go out and come back in.
Yeah.
And Jason's starting to feel a little bit more loose here. Yeah. And you shoot the 3 in the side, let the 2 balls stop you, and bank the 5 ball to just deal with it?
Sure. I think he's looking to see if he can squeeze in from the left there. Maybe play the carom. It's caught a little more full than he wanted.
Surprise on that one. I thought he would have gone for the 3 with a little bit of follow, come off that bottom edge of the 2 to leave the cue ball, maybe a tiny bit further, to the rail and bank that 5 ball 1 pocket style. It's unfortunate. I mean, Rod's looking at this 13 ball because he doesn't really have much else to shoot at. I mean, he's got the 10 maybe, but that's a hard shot into the side, and Yeah, you kind of don't want to shoot the 13 because it's not doing Jason any favors right now, I don't think.
I think he might be able to see the 14, not to take it to the side, maybe bottom corner. But, if you miss that shot, I don't know that you leave much on for Jason.
Want to leave the blocker if you can, but if you don't have anything else to get around, then you got to come up with something, right?
Yeah, I think personally, I'm looking to take a ball down here to the bottom right.
Well, I agree with that because even if you happen to miss the shot, you're leaving the cue ball in a position that makes it difficult to make anything. If he leaves that cue ball up in the top left quadrant, which would be the bottom right from where we're viewing, you're not leaving a lot of opportunity for Jason to do much. So I'd almost be more inclined to try the 10 in the side or the 14 in the corner.
That maybe what he decided to do. Let's leave a look at 2-3 there, though. Not that anything can drop.
I was gonna say I don't know where it's going though.
He might just
trying to address that.
I think he did give himself enough room there that he
Yeah,
can't get by it now.
yeah. I think he pushed that 13 over to where that 5 ball is no longer an issue, which is a smart shot.
Yeah, and he ended up leaving Rod with a tough shot here. He does have that ball down the rail, but he would have to shoot it over that 5.
Super straight on the rail, jacked up over the 5. I wouldn't want to shoot that one. That doesn't look like a friendly shot.
I'm wondering here how much of that 10 he's got.
I don't know. I mean, I'd be, if I could, I'd be playing keep away. I just try to. I don't know where. This is tough. I mean, you see that 10 ball in the corner? Or not 10 ball.
Is that the
It's not 10.
12?
Yeah, 12 ball. Thank you.
It was difficult to see for me too.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. You might be able to.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah.
Love bump, maybe.
I don't know if he's gonna love it, but he does have a shot at the 10. Little back cut. I know we all just want to see that 4-ball combo, not the 13.
No one wants to see that. Oh, that would be amazing. It'd be amazing if someone chose to shoot that. Just how much pull do you put on this? Like, are you trying to hold it and gonna? Oh, if that ball had dropped, that would have been great.
Exactly.
If that ball had dropped, then that would have worked out, but. Right, so 2 and 3 have.
Well, it does leave it deep in that pocket, though.
Yeah, so he's definitely hooked from half of the balls that he has, or more.
I don't even know if he's got room to get to the 15 from there.
I think he can maybe see the edge of the 15, but you're banking the 10.
You know, you can just bank the 10 and leave it, yeah, kind of where he's looking right now. The 3 is on from there, but maybe just leave it down center table
Right.
somewhere.
Yeah. Agreed. But that's a lot of you really got to pull that cue ball over. And,
A lot to ask from a deep pocket cue ball there.
right. And then that's, I mean, last night I said the advantage of being left in the pocket is you can see the entire cue ball, but
This one's pretty deep.
It's extremely deep. That is holding on by a hair and kind of jacked up if you're trying to put too much on that cue ball. I don't know. What do you like here?
I mean, I think you're exactly right. I think bank the 10, but do it with some pace so you can try to get that cue ball down here. But I just don't know. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. Jason's gonna have a shot at the 3 or even the 6, but he's gonna be running into balls off either of them.
So if that 11 ball was a little bit closer to him, then he could like kind of punch and kick over, but it's going to be interesting what he runs into here. Oh, yeah. Didn't quite get away with it. That 11 ball is the easiest shot on the table I'm looking at, but none of this table is easy yet.
Rod also might take a look at that 10 down there.
Yeah, but it's sharp.
Is it sharp?
Yeah, it's pretty sharp. And you're so close to the rail, you worry about, and for me, when it's that close to the rail and you really have to hit it with some speed, and it's, like a tense situation, like, right, exactly, kind of a tense situation. And not just that, but what are you going to shoot after that? You're going to run into the 2 ball most likely. So, yeah, I do completely agree with this 11 ball.
What? Oh, yeah. He was going to the 3
ball. Yeah. Jason's a little straight on this, but I think he's going to go up and down and stay to the right side, hug the rail, come down and shoot the 2 ball over in the corner where he's standing. Just like that. Took a breath there when he was looking at that cue ball. Going toward the side pocket. Not that it was going to go in, but if it hits the side of that pocket, then it kind of shortens up your angle there.
Well, he shot quick there. It wasn't sure where he was going to take the 6. I thought maybe he'd try to leave it up to take it to the left side, but
and that's what I would have looked at as well. I think he's trying to get back at the table, get back in the groove, and all that. And he's he plays quick, plays fast. But he's not quite in the same rhythm as he was yesterday. Not taking anything away from his ability, but
run at it. But now I think he's put himself in a little bit of trouble there.
No, I agree. If that 6 had rolled up closer to the 10, then Rod might have had an issue there. But there's no issue here. Yeah, I think if you shoot the 14 in the corner and try to roll down and get that 10 addressed.
I think that's what I'd do. Just try to get it out of the way because you've still got the 8 ball in the middle of the table to block anything. Interesting. Gonna start off with defense, try to start with ball in hand.
Safety it is.
The distance he put on it's obviously can't jump and land anywhere, so you've got to kick at this one.
So that he's trying to go rail first and kick it in that corner pocket. would have been beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Now I like shooting the 11, a little bit of follow, address that 9 ball.
You should be able to see it out here. All you got to do is execute them, and that's easier said than done every time. But yeah, I agree. 11, 9.
And then you just kind of, I mean, I like to be able to plan out the table at this point, but you know, for me on day 2, like I'm just taking the planning for the next ball. I can't plan that far ahead on day 2. I don't trust myself enough. It seems I get a little tired, you know. But yeah, I would try 11 to the 9. If you overrun the 11, you shoot the 9. You go for either the 15, 10, and then 14.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got Wyatt back here. How'd your first match go?
Good. I got it 5-4.
Good. Great job.
I tried to give it away. I jumped out 2-0 and then dogged a straight in 10 on the next jack. But anyway, held on for the win. So we're good.
He stepped away right before the end of Jude's match. I don't know if you heard.
I heard that he lost to Sam.
Yeah. I mean, Sam came storming back, but I mean, Jude missed a setup for the 8 ball at the end to have that run out on the last game there. But he's playing Jim Miller right now. And we've been trying to figure out who's up 2-0.
Okay. I'll try to keep an eye on that.
But yeah, this match here, Jason and Ron have been fighting through a pretty tough little rack.
Looks like they split the first 2.
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, they did. And none of the racks have been easy.
Sure.
You know, they've all been, you know, balls tied up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you miss a ball, you leave each other. You know, not ideal situations, and so they're battling.
Sure.
Yeah, it was interesting. Saw Jason do the second ball break earlier, and I don't know that I'd seen him do that before. And,
no.
And, when he did it, everything ended up in that top right quadrant of the table, and it was just, a lot of work.
Interesting. I don't remember seeing him do that yesterday.
Yeah. He was doing huge, big breaks yesterday. And
interesting that he would make such a substantial change after he was shooting just lights out yesterday. Mm-hmm. And I know he was on the B side, but he was shooting great.
Well, he's a smart player. I mean, he knows that if things are a little off or whatever, he's willing to mix it up and try some different things. If what your go-to is not working, he does make small little changes to kind of see, kind of hone in his sight a little bit more, if you will.
Yeah.
So he mix it up, try some things different. The most horrible thing is when you have a break and it's your go-to break and it's not working for you, but you don't change it. You just keep doing the same thing, expecting it to start working. Sometimes you have to play with it.
Mm-hmm.
The break that was working yesterday may not be working for you today, and unfortunately, some players just stick with it. And I've seen some really fantastic players that can run out of table but break dry, and they don't change their break. And so, maybe that's what Jason's doing today. It wasn't working, and
especially, I think it's more common when you're using a traditional triangle rack. Even though these are deltas, there's always going to be little variations in each rack. And
agreed. And deltas are great racks, but
they are.
As you know, some of them can. And this one's not. I was playing on this table last night. This rack is super tight, but some deltas after a while, after wear and tear. They can have a wiggly spot.
I mean, even brand new, they're never going to replicate the consistency of a template.
True.
And,
I did opt to go template free. And the reason for that is because I wanted the rack removed after the break. And with a template, especially with 8 ball, there's so many balls still, typically around the spot area. I didn't want that to be an issue with the rest of the rack.
Oh, yeah. And if you get into if you have a cluster around the diamond, you certainly get into a defensive battle where the rack would play a huge role if you're slow rolling into it.
Right. And and the ones we have were the cloth as opposed to the magic rack,
Mhm.
the plastic, or I assume plastic.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So I didn't want that to be an issue. I don't want players to miss a shot because something skids because they have English on something
Right.
and it hits that and goes sideways. Sticking with the deltas this weekend.
Nice shot from Rod there.
Very
It's a great position.
A little bit of follow and hit that.
Mhm.
Just get to the rail. Doesn't
Yep.
even have to be off the rail. I mean, he's just
Yeah.
so far away from
Interesting. I think he could even stun it around the 8. Honestly, he's got options here. Funny that we look at this and see it differently.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It makes it interesting.
Yeah, but
Hard to tell whether it's perspective from the monitor or if it's just different approaches to the game.
yeah, but I wouldn't. I mean, the last ball on the table. The last thing I'd want to do is, well, he executed it really, really well. I personally don't like the stun because I get nervy and I might jump up.
Mhm.
And so I'd rather do a nice, calm, smooth, calculated follow to take the jumpiness out of it, if you will. But that was a great out. Very, very nice out.
All right.
All right.
Rod jumps up 2-1.
Yeah, and we had a question in the chat here from Sean.
Sean Barthel.
Hey, Sean.
Ours asking, "Is that you in the booth, Boston?"
Yeah, it's me. It's me, Canada. It's me.
There we go. We can slide you over into view so you can actually above your
got
name
Nicole
now.
here. Yeah.
Awesome. Glad you are with us.
Yeah.
Sean Barthel. He's a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Now he, him and Cindy, great couple. They have 3 wonderful boys together, and they don't have the opportunity to play as much. They're very family oriented.
Mm-hmm.
They both love and enjoy playing pool very, very much. But family first, and it's hard. And it's hard when you have family and trying to play the game that you love so much. They haven't been out as much as I'm sure they would like to be. But they are very passionate when they're here. They really, really enjoy this game.
Yeah. Interesting. I think he stuck with that second ball break, and then we've got all the traffic on the right side of the table, but it was a dry break.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite as bad as the first one ended up as far as everything piling into that top right corner. But, everything over there on that right side.
So part of me feels like a failure. It's 3-0, and I still don't know who's up.
I know. Yeah.
Wyatt?
I failed that.
Yeah. That one's on you.
Yep.
Anyone, is there...
Someone's on the hill and we don't know who.
Well, if
I think it's Jude, but I can't swear to it.
Yeah, if it's anyone's first time here, please just give us a click on that subscribe button.
Please, please, please.
Absolutely. Yeah, the more activity engagement we get on this channel, the more we're going to be able to do with it. We're just launching, but we got plans for the future. We're going to incorporate a second camera. We're going to start streaming more tournaments like this.
And I would love if, for the tune-up, if y'all would come, I would be very, very happy.
Absolutely. Tune-up's been one of my favorite tournaments of the year for a long time now. We would be honored to stream that.
Absolutely.
Sean is asking what round is this? Quarterfinals. So we do have... I can't move the bracket right now. Let's see.
So the players playing are guaranteed 5th, 6th.
Correct.
There are these 4 individuals plus Sam Lockley and Bobby Holder that will be playing the hot seat match next up after this match on table 1. So everybody's getting paid today, and so that's never bad. And again, thank you for our sponsors and Skinny Bob's who added $600. And no, granted, that may not sound a lot, but if your entry fee is only $35, that's not too shabby.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all, for the players, by the players, and our stream is here pro bono, and I could not be more appreciative. And
Absolutely.
Eric and I as well, and we've had a lot of love from our pool family, if you will. And this is what it's about. And it's kind of it's what the tune-up was about. Kim Sanders and I were having a conversation one day, and why are we not doing this ourselves? A little warm-up event, tune-up event, however you want to phrase it. And so, we do it for the love of the sport and the love of our room. We're extremely fortunate to have such a great pool community in this area. Yeah. And, we just kind of want to pay a little back. So, and as you guys are doing as well with the streams, thank you very, very much.
The community here is a large part of the reason we decided to launch Draw Nation. And just the quality of player and the quality of people that you just have in this community is tremendous. And I feel like it's kind of been leading the way has kind of been the Davis family. Bastrop's been sort of the godfather of the scene around here for 20 years plus. Indeed. And nice segue there. We'll touch on that tournament in a second.
Did not get the love you need on that one.
Jason shoots too fast for us to talk about much.
Yeah, it's going to look like a strobe light if we try to do this between his shots.
I'll wait till this rack's over here and we can talk about it for a second.
Yeah, just off the side rail and back up, shoot that 8-ball on the side, and he's done. I think he's going to skim that 11 on purpose.
Yep. Oh, missed it.
I missed, yeah. Yeah, he didn't have to, but I probably would have just for insurance.
Yeah. Okay, like I was saying, the Davis family, Bastrop and Bastrop Jr. have been integral parts of the community around here for decades.
Oh, James Ray is like our brother.
Absolutely.
I mean, we all saw him, grow up.
Yeah.
And now JD3, who's adorable, as you can tell. Now, it's family for family, and this is a perfect example of that.
And whether you're lucky enough to know them personally or not, if you're shooting pool in Austin, the experience you're having has been affected by the Davis family, and that's just undeniable. And Junior had some medical issues over the last couple of years, and he had a pretty serious accident a couple months ago. And the medical bills are significant. There's going to be a fundraiser here hosted by Veronica Perez next weekend. $60 entry, 60% goes to James and his family. So if you're available, come out and support any way you can. It'll be much appreciated. And whether you know him or not, I guarantee you it could not go to a better cause or a more deserving human being or family.
No, they really are just fantastic humans.
Yeah.
And
I mean, David Jr.'s had a tougher life than he deserved. The quality person he is. His wife passed away shortly after his son was born.
Yep.
If you can help out, and if you're looking for something to help out, this is as good a cause as you'll ever find.
Agreed. And also, if you can't make it out to the event, and if you'd like to make a donation, you can do that as well. You can contact either Veronica Perez or Erica Hanlon, my co-captain this weekend. Woo woo! Shout out to Erica again. You can reach out to them directly if you can't make it to the event, but you would like to support. They can make sure that whatever it is, if you would like to contribute to anything, they will make sure it goes exactly where it needs to go.
I don't know the details of that tournament, but I imagine there will be opportunities for raffles. If you've got some kind of good you'd like to provide, I'm certain arrangements can be made.
Yes, absolutely. If you'd like to donate something for a raffle, then by all means, it's the more the merrier. All right, quick little break here. We're at 2-2. So they are at 3-0 over there. Jim Miller is at the table, and he's got a. Looks like he's. Shooting stripes and has an interesting 12-ball situation. Let's see what Brissey says. I
think he's planning to play the 12. Well, can't see it on stream. No point getting too down in the weeds on it. But he has a tough out that could involve playing his stripe through a hanging solid.
Yeah, it's all in the getting there, though.
And getting position on that is not straightforward.
Well, he does have that 9 over here I didn't see.
Yeah. Right, Rod with the break at 2-2. I didn't see anything.
Again, still dry.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's no disrespect to Jason, but this is a much better layout than what he's been giving himself. Or I guess if you're breaking dry, you're giving your opponent. So maybe that's working for him. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're breaking dry, then it's great.
Yeah. That is a trap against Jason. If you're slacking in the first half of the rack or on the break or anything, expecting to get back to the table, Jason can absolutely punish you for it.
And I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, so I'd actually like stripes here because of that 5-6 situation, but I don't see any stripes that I'd want to be shooting at right now.
And if he's straight enough on the 1 here, he may be able to roll up and address that 6 now.
He could.
To the top left corner. Oh, no, he's starting with the 7. That's interesting. I don't see what that leads to.
Well, he's trying.
3 must pass.
I think he can see that 6 ball here. Oh no.
He had more room with that 1 than it looked like on the screen.
Now, if he's trying to thread that needle in between the 14 and 15, and then he's.
Wow.
Yeah, my bridges are not that big. He was.
Interesting. Oh, now that path is totally closed off by the 14. The path from the 6 to that pocket.
Right.
I can't tell if that 6 passes the 5 up there. It does have the 4 in the top left.
I think so.
And see, this is.
Yeah, he's going to play the 4 off the 12, or the 2 off the 12 here, which I see. And it gives him good cue control, actually. Tough shot, but good cue ball control. Because he's hitting it.
That 3 barely goes in that corner, but you have to hit it perfect if you're going to shoot that 3 up there.
Okay.
Barely.
Maybe that 5. Maybe he can play this 5.
Yep. Got over it quick. So he must
some rail first.
Yep.
I see that. Oh, he would have liked to drift up a few more inches, but
this is an aggressive
shot.
He's
right at it. He's not even giving it a second thought.
Very aggressive shot.
Well, dropped them both, and he's going to get punished here. Could have been worse, but
I don't think he's punished. He just has to. But like I said, that 3 barely.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Top left corner.
Yeah, that's a much bigger window.
Yeah. Hit that replay button if he drains this. What a shot.
Yeah, he could. He got a little lucky with that 11. Didn't get in his way.
Nope. Rod is going to have a chance here.
Can't take another look at that 3 ball shot.
Look at this slice here.
Nice and smooth, too.
Yeah.
And if he
Part of the pocket.
If he hit that any harder, you wouldn't even had a shot.
Yeah.
On that last ball.
We have Erica over there in the tournament director booth saying, "Hi, I see you."
I see you too,
We're
girlfriend.
getting stalked over here.
Adult peekaboo.
Yeah.
High-tech adult peekaboo.
Caw.
Right.
All right, so the only issue here really is you need to address that 12 ball so you can take care of that 10 because that 10's not going where that 8 is, but the other balls can.
Right.
Now, you could also shoot the 14 or whatever ball into that corner and bump the 8 out of the way. Now, he was trying to get that out.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's going to have to play 14 off the 8 and develop that pocket a little bit.
If not, he's going to have to deal with that 12 ball so he can make that 10 up same corner.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm shooting a rack like this and I know that the 8 poses a potential problem, I'm clearing it out as early as possible so I can have as many backup opportunities as possible.
And I'd also want to hit it slow, like total pocket speed. That way, just in case it gets a little wonky, maybe the ball holds and blocks that pocket. That's not a shot that I'd want to shoot with aggression. Flip himself kind of weird on this one.
Yeah. He has to slice this 14 here.
All right, so Jude's playing keep away over there.
Yeah.
Jude's down to the 8 ball, and no, excuse me. Jude has 3 balls on the table.
3 solids left.
Right.
Yeah.
He's playing keep away. Mr. Miller just has the 8 ball, and he's got. He can see a sliver of it.
Maybe if Erica can hear us over there, she can let us know who's up anyway. Oh,
okay. Effective way to extend the game.
mhm.
I don't know that it turns the odds, but it definitely extends it.
He's going to call this on the side, isn't he? Yep.
You try a crossback there?
Yep. I would. Now, what else you got?
I don't know. I would not be taking that. Yeah, I would not be taking that 8 out of the pocket if I were Jason.
Yeah, still locks up 10.
Yeah.
That's my problem. It's late. Well, I mean, it's early in the day, but late in the tournament. So, I get all kind of antsy and have a tendency to just go for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, don't play like that. I'm not offering advice when I say that at all. At all. It's the wrong way to look at it. But, just being honest, it's one of my faults. Get a little punchy.
Yeah, that was a really disciplined shot. It is hard to accept that may be your best option because it just doesn't feel in the moment like you're really accomplishing anything.
No, but I have to say, that's, she's also showing respect for his opponent.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a 2-2 and a race to 4. I mean, this is.
Yep.
This could be anybody's. So he's just trying to play tight, which is, not what you.
Don't.
Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up.
Thanks, Erica. She says she believes that Jim is on the hill.
Okay, interesting.
Jim is a fantastic player. It's for those that don't have the pleasure of knowing him. He's brutal. Sorry, not the match I'm commentating. I'm watching the other table. I apologize. Yeah, Jim just tried this amazing 8-ball shot and just kind of it's like a 1-pocket 8-ball shot, and it was really close. Jim Miller is one of the nicest people that you could ever meet. Always extremely respectful and mannerly at the table, and is always supportive of the game and other people's playability, even if they are his opponent.
I'll say I learned quite a bit about how I play from Jim. He's a great person to even just watch play.
But Jude's just got an 8-ball to clean up, which Jim has conceded. So it is 3-1. Jim Miller leading Jude Rosenstock in the one of the B-side matches.
All right, so Rod should be kind of off to the races here. I mean, we still have to deal with that 10 ball. He. No favorites. I am impartial, mostly.
There is a decent defensive option if he can get under the 12 and roll it toward the 8. It would be, now that Jason's moved that 8 slightly out of the pocket, it makes it really unkickable one rail from the other long side
Mm-hmm.
And this wouldn't be a horrible time to set up for it. That 10 there makes it a big target for him for that cue ball to land safe.
Erica saying here that Jude is on the board. So 3-1 over there.
And he's cold because he just came over to the booth and grabbed his jacket.
I've been sitting on it, so the jacket should be warm.
Yeah.
Developing news here at Draw Nation.
Breaking news. Newsflash.
That's the sound effect we need on the board. Is
the breaking news.
And then we got match scores coming in.
Yeah, I would love if we could figure out some way where we could actually have a table feed. Like,
like
I mean, that's going to be complicated, but
Sports Center, ESPN, it goes do. Yeah, we need something like that. Yeah.
I mean, the scrolling is easy. That's nothing. It's just the getting the information from the tables that would be the difficult part.
Yeah.
Or what if we just got like a ring girl holding up the sign?
There you go.
Kind of like that idea.
Yeah.
Get a ring girl. Yeah. Breaking news.
Yeah, Rod he's still thinking offensive here. Erica's requesting the yellow button. We'll get that here in a second. Okay, he has pocketed it. I'm just not 100% on what he's playing toward here.
Yeah, I can't tell you. I mean, I'm.
You could hit this with a lot of low right and come underneath the 10.
I'm at a loss,
theoretically.
to be honest with you. I So is it
Hey, Erica has volunteered to be our ring girl.
Nice. Love
Things
it.
really move quickly here at Draw Nation.
I know it's look at that.
We're here for you. I like that idea. All the up arrows. All the thumbs up. Does he?
Oh, of course, I can just see. If he's thinking full offense, he's just banking the 10.
That's right.
Okay.
But
Indeed.
are you?
I missed.
How good are you feeling?
Yeah. It's a bit of a two-way because from that angle, he could leave the cue ball underneath the 8. Like, not directly underneath it, but
Right,
leaving
still,
only a bank to Jason.
then-
he's going to bury him with a defensive shot.
Right, but if he makes the ball, leaves the cue ball
Yeah.
near that rail,
He's a long, awkward shot on the 12
right,
at best.
and it's kind of straight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, granted, you make the last 2 balls, you're going to make it's there.
Yeah.
Right? As long as you're on the top 3/4 of the table, then that 8 ball's easy.
Yeah.
But this is
Jason ended up breaking this rack.
Rod broke this rack.
Rod
It was not over on one side.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
I'm just stating the different break styles and have been dictating different table layouts. So
Yeah, I mean that could be a big decision that factors in here too. Is no matter what happens in this game, Jason comes up. So
it's another interesting thing to note. Since Rod broke it was 2-2. If it goes hill, it'll be Rod's break, and it'll probably most likely be more of a even layout, whether there's a ball made or not, as opposed to Jason's second ball break, which has all been kind of shoved over to the side.
True.
That could be a factor.
Absolutely.
If they do go hill and those balls are going to be spread pretty decently, whether Rod makes a ball or not, it could be anybody's game very easily.
looks like he's
taking the 12. Maybe he's playing a defense after this.
I think he's going to try to.
Oh no, he tried to come underneath, get underneath it.
Tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of get that though. I mean, if you're going to bank the 10 ball, then maybe leave it for last. But yeah, that 10-12 wasn't really doing him any favors. All right, we're gonna do over under. How many balls are gonna be on the left hand side of the table? I'm gonna say
The over under has to be low too.
I'm gonna
We get 1.5.
Yeah. 1.5. I don't know. I think
I think we're gonna have a ball right dead center, and one more over to the left.
I think there's gonna be 3 on the left side of the table.
Jason is usually really meticulous about his racks. He hardly took a look at that one.
No, he's
just not concerned about it with the second ball break, I guess.
No, he seems like he's a little frustrated and tired of playing slow, and he just wants to get this done. And he did not break the same at all.
Stripe down. Stripe available.
All right, 3 balls on the left hand side of the table.
Yeah.
Winner, winner.
And he is off. Opening that 15 up immediately. Not the angle he wanted, but he can slide between the 4-7 if he wants, or he can just take. Oh, doesn't need to.
I'd follow it.
Just address the 9,
13.
13 here, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately for Rod here, after the break, this is the best opportunity that Jason has had starting out.
Follow 10 on the side. Oh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. He's going to end up
He just
picking his
caught
spot.
an eye of that 15 over there.
Yeah, Jason is very accurate. When he places his cue on the rail like this, you watch the cue ball will track very near where he marked it.
Should be a tic-tac-toe.
Oh. Okay, well.
Yeah.
He found the line. I don't think he was marking on the rail there.
He was going to bump it up the rail?
I think so. I don't think he has a choice. Hit it full. Okay.
Oh, yeah, slides right back past it.
You know. That's pretty good.
I mean, I just feel like that was riskier than it needed to be.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm glad he's feeling good, but that just seemed, I mean, his aggressive play works well for him, so I'm not, but it just seemed made it a little more intently than he needed to. But this went from hill to about done pretty darn quick. All right, that's Matt.